pretty serious, isn't it? When someone threatens to take their life. Crying Wolf. She's done it before. Chantal did it to teach her mum a lesson. That backfired, didn't it, Chantal? You were placed in was it a group care home? Some place for adolescents where their parents couldn't cope with them. So now we've got Missy, the bully extraordinaire, the big bully extraordinaire, threatening to take her life because somebody's coming into the mix who is better at ascertaining a situation and better at targeting people who constantly lie. Look at you, just today. You have said that you're going to strike all these channels. I'm not quite who mention you, who dare to mention you. The chances are, if you go down that route, you'll lose your own channel. Because it's time actually that YouTube stopped playing around and stopped allowing people to strike channels unfairly, strikes that are not upheld, and then really the person making the strike needs to be looked at and put on the naughty step. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe indefinitely, maybe forever. But they certainly do need to be put on the naughty step. I don't much talk about things that are very sensitive to me. Not in depth, not in detail. You all know that I lost my husband. It's going to be three years in a few days' time. Can't believe it. 3 years. And we've had other losses. The loss of Alfie's sister, who was just 18 months older than me. Nobody expected it. It was a total shock. And she passed away just 10 months ago. And I loved her very much. Alfie and Jean's youngest brother, Richard, he passed away recently. I've got people close to me who are going through a really bad time with illness, and all the prayers that can be mustered would be welcome, just for Anne's family. Me, walking about with my cracked bones and all the rest of it, it sort of pales into insignificance when looking at these problems. But the reason I'm saying this is because anyone threatening suicide, to take their own life for attention, not only for attention, but to stop the bad attention that she's now getting, that she's been badly in need of, let's say, the things that have gone on with myself and with Perfectly Imperfect can all be traced back to her and Chantal, Missy and Chantal. I don't know the phone calls to my home in the early hours of the morning where those phone calls came from, and the receiver was just put down. And this was during that awful week or two when I was getting those emails. Vile. Missy, Chantal and their ilk are just vile. Golden Girl is another avid fan of Chantal. Golden Girl used to come in my comment section and leave sarcastic comments, and she avidly supports Chantal, and in my live streams too. And of course, Missy Moo, you admitted to having all these sock accounts. You admitted it. But we already knew that you did. We already knew that. We already knew that it was you coming into the live streams saying the things that you're saying. And about my husband, I'm glad Alfie used to smack you up the face. I'm glad your children beat you up. That was you. Can I prove it? No. But I know it was you. Of course, Chantal was very busy in Kuwait with a new husband. Their honeymoon period. You know, the honeymoon period where, yes, I remember it, our honeymoon period, where you just want to hold that person, fall into bed with that person, and be with that person. Share silly jokes and sit in bed eating chocolate and watching the TV. Making babies. You've had that, Missy. You've had making babies part, anyway, with Adam, your husband. That man is not a saint. He's very quietly spoken. He doesn't know anything about what you were doing. But he supports you nonetheless. I believe he's been complicit with the bullshit that's been going on with you over the last year or two. And he believes everything that you're spoon feeding. Or he'll go along with what you're spoon feeding. So look, people who are saying that Marty has gone too far. No, he hasn't. Marty has come into girl world and he's stirring things up a bit. The heat is being turned up, but for a change, that heat isn't being turned up. Yeah, I'm being selfish in making this video. It isn't being turned up under me, because I could do without it at this time. Under Perfectly Imperfect. Under what? Under, you know, a number of people just breathing. Many people that Chantal and Missy used to target. But Missy Moo, because you've been outed as a liar with your husband on the phone saying you'd gone to the hospital. Marty knew you were there all the time. He's not stupid. He knew you were there. He knew your husband was lying about it. Bad attempt at saying about Canadian style. And doubtless your husband's going to go along with the fact that my wife was so disturbed that she tried to take her own life. Proof? Wrote marks. There's a woman on YouTube who, some years ago, I didn't like her. I just didn't like her. And she targeted me because she said that I was a witch. And the reason I was a witch was because, although I'm Christian, I was also interested in learning more about other religions. I was interested in learning about Buddhism, for example, mainly. So to her, that was me being a witch. And she spread it about that I was a witch. And I couldn't understand why she'd taken this visceral dislike to me, although I didn't like her. I was friends with somebody who she had a particular beef with. I didn't know that at the time. Anyway, long story short, she came on saying that out of the blue one day, never thought I'd have to make this video. I've got stage 4 cancer, guys. Now, anybody who can lie about that, fuck them. Fuck them. And I knew she was lying. None of my business, so I gave her the benefit of the doubt anyway, but I watched. She shaved all her hair off. Didn't need to. Didn't look as though it was falling out. She was really sick. Shaved all her hair off. Strange thing was that she had thick eyebrows. They remained thick eyebrows. They didn't diminish in any way. But she shaved her head and she lied. And then one day, all of a sudden, guys, she was cured. And the cure came about after her brother had come on YouTube and said that she pulled this stunt, saying that she'd got terminal cancer. She pulled it 5 times. 5 times. To what purpose? Attention. I don't know whether she started to go fund me. I don't think she did. I don't know. But the reason she faked that was purely for attention. And that's what happens with some people faking a suicide or hospital appointments. They do it for a certain kind of attention, and they do it so that a critical kind of attention stops, leaves them alone, because look how poorly they are, and look what you've caused. I certainly would say to Marty now, I hear the big one is back in Canada. Let's see what happens. Let's see if she continues to wear that scuba diving gear, all in black, whilst she's in Canada. Let's just see. And concentrate on her. Let Missy Moo settle down and understand that these false beats, and you're only hurting your children. You're hurting your children. What you do, Missy Moo, what you decide to do has got nothing to do with anybody else. It's your decision alone. Don't put this on anything that anybody else has said. Because over a period of months, from that first picture Chantal posted of me with half my face as a drooling Labrador, you and Chantal conspired to make my life a complete and utter fucking misery. But never once did I decide to self-harm or unalive myself. Because if I had, what does that say about me? I love my kids too much. Do you love yours, Missy Moo? Putting them through this anguish, getting them to lie for you, getting your husband to lie for you. You need to stop and take stock. You need to see a therapist. You need treatment. You need help. I know what I think the signs are that you're showing, and if I say sociopath, then I'd be vile, wouldn't I? But the indications are there. Don't blame Marty, any of you, for this. What's happening? He's not to blame. I'm not to blame. Nobody in Gore World is to blame. Whatever Missy Moo does, it's her choice, and her choice alone.